Hello everyone, welcome into a super secret bonus episode of Kingdom Hearts 3 and my blind Let's Play. Today, we're just going to read off the secret reports that we found by doing the Battlegate missions, or just the little Battlegate things, on stream the other day. I've already read through them. I actually was going to keep it kind of actually part of the next episode. For Remind, but just because of just the speculation that I go into and just how long it took for me to read them, which was like 27 minutes, I guess, I thought, you know what, we'll just separate those and we're gonna put them in their own little special video. So, guys, I hope you enjoy it. If you do happen to like it, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. Stop by our premiere Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 2 p.m. EDT right here on my YouTube channel. Follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/MrMilesTV. Big shout out to our patrons, Jimmy Mo and Malusha. But guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we go to the gummy phone here. Secret reports. So I don't know how long this will take, but we've got 13 of them. All right, Recollections. Am I alive? I woke in a cell, alone, until the researchers came with their tests and their prodding to uncover my identity. I had no answer to offer them. 4 friends and a key. That is the sum total of my memory. I could not even recall my name. I was simply called Key, right? My only solace was the time I spent talking with 2 boys who would visit from time to time. One day, a man came to take me from the prison. I could not see him from the darkness, save that he wore an eye patch. Even now, years on, I feel no closer to understanding who or what I am. My heart is my guiding key. Unknown. Ooh. Ominous. I like that. First glance, that could be like a couple people. That could be Ventus. That could be Xehanort. Let's read the next one. Mark of Mastery Journal. Some days have passed since I set off on my journey to prepare for the Mark of Mastery examination. Eric has asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage, but apparently I am the first to I'm sorry, God, I'm so sorry. But apparently I am to be first to tour the worlds written oh my God, why can't I read? I am the first to tour the worlds written of in the old fairy tales. Until a few short years ago, I known only my own world, a speck of land surrounded by sea, but how I dreamed of, yearned for the world beyond, and granted guidance from the future. I left the nest behind as I treaded the path to my master's side. I came in contact with darkness in many forms. I knew even then, as by instinct, terrifying as its power was, it could be harnessed, mastered. Ericus is a blue blood descended from the very first masters in the age of fairy tales. But I did not come from the same I did not come this far to indulge in adulation. I will be his peer, his equal, and to that I must learn to wield the power born from both darkness and light in proper balance. Xehanort. Okay. So these secret reports are from Xehanort, is my guess. I don't think they're going to be different characters. Hopefully not, at least. Experiments of the heart. Notes on Subject X, Excerpt 1. What is going on? Subject was found in Central Square shortly after dawn. Female, approximately 15 years old. After 7 days' observation, she spoke her first words, but could not provide a name. Subject exhibits signs of profound amnesia and displays concern about which world this is. Her words suggest that she departed her home world with others, though she cannot recall the names of her erstwhile companions. All efforts to explore those memories have met with a rejection response. After his initial experience on me, Ansem the Wise ceased his research into the heart, his hands stayed by some fear I cannot fathom. Yet this new subject is like me, devoid of memories. She is the perfect sample upon which to continue my master's work. She too could benefit from it. By traversing the heart, we have a direct path into memory. I have begun to reclaim my lost past thanks to these very experiments. Who is she? Whence did she come? These are questions no scientist could ignore, and the words she muttered, "May your heart be your guiding key," Xehanort. Interesting. Okay, so this report right here takes place shortly after he becomes Xehanort, takes over Terra's body, and the girl that they're talking about is potentially the same girl that Isa and Lee or Axel were discussing throughout the game. Experiments of the heart. Notes on subject X. Or subject key. This could be subject. I say subject X before. See, every time they use X or key, it's like sometimes it's simultaneous. So report 1 is actually. It's not Xehanort. It's this girl. Right? So this is excerpt 2 now. The subject's memories have not returned, and our conversations remain less than lucid. What fragments can be gleaned evoke a bygone world, like one out of fairy tales? As improbable as it seems, the question may not be where she has come from, but when. If she truly has crossed through time, this prospect of probing her heart is all that more compelling. My pilot studies used a handful of subjects, but none possessed the fortitude to endure them. Ultimately, all suffered mental collapse. I knew it would be a heavy blow to lose a subject as unique as she. Alright, so this is Ava. It's Ava! It's gotta be Ava. Upon discovering the test, I've been conducting my master demand. Oh, sorry. Upon discovering the test I've been conducting, my master demanded that I cease my work immediately and destroy the research I've compiled. Worse still, he has ordered the release of my remaining subjects. She is gone. Where is Subject X now? Has wise Master Ansem hidden her away? Whatever the case, I will not be deterred. I will take her place as the first subject in the grand experiment to come. Xehanort. Interesting. Memoirs, Excerpt 1. That castle was a wonderland to us children. Within its walls, Ansem the Wise conducted his research, and the fruits it bore allowed everyone outside to live in peace and happiness. That alone was enough to stoke our interest, though not all of the rumors that escaped its walls were so benevolent. By night, the muffled sounds of human wails emerged. There was talks of dangerous human experimentation. Lee and I couldn't help but hatch a plot to steal inside and state our curiosity. The two who stood guard at the gates, so Dylan and what's-his-face, researchers themselves, so you wouldn't think it themselves to see them. Massive and barrel-chested as they were slipping past the duo was only the first hurdle. It proved one not easily cleared. We were found and tossed on our ears, time and again. On the day we finally secured entry, we descended the long spiral stair at the heart of the castle to find a dark space below it, lined with cages. There wasn't light enough to see if they were inhabited, and we were in no position to call out to any occupants within, yet we could feel it, a definite presence. There in the black, terror washed over us, and we immediately regretted coming. But just as we turned to flee, we were heard the faintest of voices. The urge to run was nigh, overpowering, but someone or something beckoned us on. There, framed by a tenuous silver of light, we found her. Saix. Yeah, that definitely was Saix. Obviously, because he signed it. He signed it his name. I know I just realized, yeah, my portrait's kind of taking up the space there. Whoopsies. Alright. Memoirs, Excerpt 2. It was too dim to make out her features. We spoke to her in hushed whispers. Who was she? Why was she imprisoned here? She had no answers for us. Had no memories at all. She was an enigma, but I knew I wanted to help her. And so we continued our infiltrations. Most of them stopped short at the castle gates. When we did manage to make our way inside, we spoke with her. That was all the comfort 2 children like us could offer, but Lee had other ideas. He was determined to free her. We slipped into the castle that day, knowing only that we wanted to, with all of our hearts, to save her. But we did not find her inside on that day or the next, or any of the subsequent visits. Had she been moved? Had we simply imagined her? Lee and I knew there was only one way to be certain, and so we stand before the castle gates today, not as trespassing children, but in order to become Ansem the Wise's newest apprentices. Saix. So, the first report was, yeah, her talking, you should know who she was, talking with 2 boys. These are obviously Lee and Ienzo. When we meet the 2 of them in Birth by Sleep with Ventus, their whole that this is the reason why they became apprentices in the first place. So that's really, really cool. On the replica program and reanimation, following my erasure and my recompletion as a human, I did not awaken right away. Perhaps the damage was exceptionally grave. Even after waking, I remained in bed, pondering my next course of action. In my work on the replica program for the organization, I produced some 20 vessels. Most of the early results were failures. Not one of them granted a number. The first success to emerge from the early lot was Riku replica. Subsequently, Xion, number I, was essentially indistinguishable from a natural human, though she became unstable due to the influence of others. Using those 2 as a foundation, I worked to reconstruct a number of nigh-perfect replicas. Just as they neared completion, my efforts were cut short. I suspect Xehanort aims to use both initial lot as well as the unused replicas from my later work. I arose today and decided to walk out the square, my first outing in some time, yet my stroll was interrupted when a surprising visitor appeared with an unexpected offer. Though younger than me, he'd risen to become Xemnas' right hand. I accepted his terms and became a nobody once more. Easier to gain access to the old replica program that way, whatever it takes to atone Vexen. The real organization. Xehanort seeks to gather 12 vessels, which together with his true actual self, he considers the real organization 13. Now that he has the numbers he needs, Demix and I will be treated as reserves. Several others who served Xemnas in the old organization have followed the same course as mine, electing to abandon their newly restored humanity and rejoin the real organization as nobodies. But not Xemnas. Xemnas cannot exist in the present. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so Xemnas cannot exist in the present because there is already a Xehanort here, the old man in charge. The old man's humanity prevents his Heartless and nobody. What? Others vanquished in the past, and his younger self from being Denzians of this time. Oh. So when we kill them, they don't get recompleted. They, like, go back, right? To circumvent this, Xehanort is using the prototype replicas I created in the past as containers, plucking his other selves' hearts from the time they existed. Xehanort ordered me to refine the prototypes to make them closer still to the real thing, perfecting my creation so that they may house true flesh and blood humans suits my own purpose as well. All that remains for my atonement is to devise a way to pass on as many of these vessels as I can to those who truly deserve them. Vexen. Huh. Ansem Code Conspectus. Excerpt 1. I have pored over the data my master entrusts to Riku. Here I offer my preliminary conclusions. Within Sora's heart are 3 compartmentalized boxes, each containing the heart of another. One box holds Roxas, which we know. Another holds a second heart that has been with Sora nearly as long, which is Ventus. The third has held its heart for much longer. Or maybe... Oh, okay. These hearts have melded with Sora's and no longer have voices of their own. Any attempt to mechanically extract them would prove as dire to Sora as that caused him... Wait, hold on. Wait. So there's another one? Hold on a second. Oh, it must be Xion. Sorry. Right? No. Huh? I'm overthinking this. These hearts have melded with Sora and no longer have voices of their own. Any attempt to mechanically extract them could prove as dire for Sora as what caused him to become a Heartless in the first place. First, a vessel for each heart must be readied. Then, a spark of some sort is required to induce its waking. Obviously, the ideal solution is to restore each heart to its own body, but whatever the case for the two unknown individuals, Roxas possesses no such thing. The same is true for Naminé, who we believe resides in Kairi's heart. Still, if alteration bodies can be secured for them, all their hearts require to be awakened is that spark. People they cared for and who cared for them, who could show them the way home. Complete and perfect digitalization of the heart is impossible. We can only hope to partially reconstruct it. Thus, I see no way forward but to extract the hearts we so desperately need directly within Sora. Fortunately, the data stored in Twilight Town contains a near-perfect record of the memories of those who lived there. And for Roxas and Naminé especially, this is crucial. Ienzo. What is... Alright, so we know... So Roxas is the one... containing hearts. One box holds Roxas. Got that. Another holds a second heart that has been with Sora nearly as long. Which... could be Ventus, but the third has its own heart for much longer. Which makes me think of reincarnation. Ansem Code Conspectus, Excerpt 2. As for how that contains their hearts, the only conceivable option is the replicas. If we transfer in the digital memories of the Twilight Town archive, the replicas should be able to reconstruct each individual's human appearance with near-perfect results. Then their hearts need only the right spark to wake them, so they may find their way out of Sora and Kairi into the newly made bodies. Oops. The replica program was truly revolutionary, but it was incomplete at the time of the old organization's dissolution. Without Evan, how are we to further the research? We need at least 3 replicas, one for Roxas, one for Naminé, and one for unknown stowaway within Sora's heart. There are difficult quandaries, but as I work through my master's data, I find myself remembering the taste of ice cream when I was a boy. He would bring me some when we took walks together. There will be time to regret my betrayal later. For now, my focus must be restoring Roxas, Naminé, improving my masters. I think I'm overthinking this. It's obviously... I don't know. Probably Xion? Observations Excerpt 1. I've seen it, though. Sorry, I've seen it through. The Keyblade War unfolded exactly as written on the last page. The Lost Page. That's right, the Lost Page. Now the Keyblade Master entrusted me to... Wait. Now, the Keyblade the Master entrusted to me bequeathed to another. 5 Union leaders have been chosen from the surviving dandelions. I will pass the Keyblade to one of them and then continue watching the future unfold. Yet it seems that someone has pulled the old switcheroo. One of the 5 is an imposter, someone the Master did not choose. They represent a virus in the program he so carefully wrote. The virus has begun a strange undertaking, a reckless plot to allow the 5 to escape into another world line. Surely such a thing can't be possible. We're talking about the same trick that allowed the dandelions to transfer to other world lines after the Keyblade War. But these children are no masters. They haven't the means, unless of course a certain lady of magic summoned here from the future knows more than I do. The whole Union leader thing was supposed to be by the books. Are these new events just another phase in the Master's grand plan? Oh my god. I love this. I have no idea what it means, but this is so cool. A certain lady of magic. Even, okay, so observations excerpt 2. Even on a world line with no Keyblade War, peace is but a dream. In the absence of us and our master, a darkness arrived, one that shall surely lead the world to yet another demise. Amid the chaos, I bequeathed my keyblade to one of the Union leaders, just as master instructed. I watched as the 5 were sent to another world. Did I just read this? Amid the chaos, I bequeathed my keyblade to one of the master units, just as the master instructed. I watched as the 5 were sent to another world line at no small cost, ensuring the line of keyblade wielders will live on. And now, keybladeless, I must depart this land to fulfill my final task. All right, so this is Luxu. This means casting my own body aside and sojourning my heart in a vessel after vessel, as many as it takes. But I will continue gazing upon each passing era, one unto the next. In time, be it years or decades, centuries or millennia, I will meet the 5 once more. Somewhere in the cyclical history of bequeathings, a chosen one will appear and reenact the Keyblade War. When the scapegoat arrives and takes my Keyblade in hand, that will be the time to take the stage and finish my role. Alright, so this is what we've seen then. The world line, though, this is different. This is new. This is new, the whole world line thing. The Lost Masters will awaken, which we saw at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Observations, Excerpt 3. It seems this body, this name will be my last. The lives I have lived over the ages could fill volumes, but for now I must focus on what matters most. The Keyblade has been successfully passed down generation to generation, and it seems a Keyblade master devoted to the darkness may finally arise. Until now, I have watched over the course of events from a distance. Perhaps the time has come to intervene. I need only to play the role of fool, the serious of the Keyblade's power. I will don the mask of his ally, in order to keep watch over the Keyblade from close by. The gazing eye, a Keyblade forged from the eye of the Master of Masters, has passed it to me as I have the others, and through it, he can see the future, all that will come to pass, spanning the ages and body after body, life after life. My task has been to keep vigil over the eye as it passes from hand to hand. It has been a long time, longer than I can express. But now as the last Keyblade War has begun, and Kingdom Hearts will open, a true and complete Kingdom Hearts, born of the clash between darkness and light, I will soon be reunited with my old companions, and in that moment my vigil will reach its end. He will return, unknown. Alright, so that's Luxu. And there was a thing up here earlier about, I think it was earlier on, right? Yeah, one day a man came to take me from the prison. I can only see him from the darkness, say that he wore an eye patch. Even now, years on, I feel no closer to understanding who I, or what I am. So that was like the first one on. This is the girl, though. This is not Luxu. But the Master of Masters has been playing a role. Unless this was like at this point in time, Xigbar, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. We've been spending quite a bit of time in here. I just wanted to like read the reports like within an actual video. So maybe we'll post this separately, I don't know, but yeah. Interesting. Interesting stuff. There's a lot of information there. Good stuff, though. I mean, all that stuff is really, really cool. So we have, like, I like the fact that we have, like, reports from Isa, Vexen, the Luxu stuff was very interesting. I want to know, like, where they're actually taking the lore, because that's going to be really, really cool. So, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be really, really, really cool. Anywho, guys, short video. I'm going to stop it there. Just a short little video on the secret reports. I hope you liked it. If you did like the video, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. Stop by a premiere Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 2 p.m. EDT right here on my YouTube channel. And follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/MrMilesTV. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Go forth with the rest of your day. Make it a good one. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.